Real Estate. Welcome to the auction of Unit 1, 259 Burwood Highway in Burwood East. For those of you who don't know me, Calvin Chen is my name. Also the listing agent alongside Chen and Luke, who has been working tirelessly throughout the entire campaign. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the vendors for entrusting us with the sale of this fine piece of real estate in front of us here today. To the neighbours in the crowd, thank you for coming and for making this part of Burwood East one of the best parts to live in. To the bidders in the crowd, thank you for coming. We wish you all the best in the bidding procedure. We've got some bidders online as well today. Luke will be holding the camera for bidders that are bidding off-site today. And I wish you all the best. And to that one lucky buyer, we congratulate you in advance on your student purchase. This auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are made available before the commencement of the auction. As the auctioneer, I'll be indicating bidders upon request and the right to place bids on behalf of the sellers, otherwise known as vendor bids. If and when I decide to place those bids, I'll simply say vendor bid. This auction prohibits false bids, prohibits malicious instructions by bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides fines for misconduct. And last but not least, when this paperwork hits my hand and this property is deemed sold, I'll absolutely take no late bids and offers beyond that point. If you're successful here today, all that will require from you is a little 10% deposit of the full purchase price and a settlement time. You pick the time frame that suits you best. But sellers have been quite flexible here today, anywhere within the vicinity of 33 to 60 days, unless prior arrangements have been made with you beforehand. In an instance where you're bidding against vendor bids, you have two options. Do not bid against the highest vendor bid, which means that you'll decrease your chances of being successful here today, as we'll get to negotiate with multiple parties here afterwards. On the positive flip side, however, is that if you do bid against the highest vendor bid, you own yourself the exclusive right to negotiate with the sellers, and statistically speaking, you'll increase your chances of being successful here today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you've all been through a property before, 3 bedrooms, and a spacious, updated modern bathroom, 2 toilets as well, 3 living zones, so plenty of space for a growing family, hardwood floors lying out throughout the home. You also have a spacious living room, which flows into the dining area, kitchen. In the backyard, you have an expansive deck, as you can see, and plenty of off-street parking in the front as well, and you've got a carport in the back. Zoned for the highly ranked Burwood East Primary School and Forest Hill College, going one of the best locations in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne on Burwood Highway. They've got the trams as well, taking you to Deakin University and further up as well, and also trains, trams, buses, whatever you need, all within close proximity to this location here today. So I'll kick it over to you now. Ball's in your court, ladies and gentlemen. Who would like to get this auction started with an opening bid, opening offer for Unit 1, 259 Burwood Highway in Burwood East? Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's your chance to bid and buy. Any bid or offer, you tell me, ladies and gentlemen. And also, we've got auction reporters here today. So anyone that are watching online, you can watch it online through the Auction Reporters Facebook page or the Buxton Hill Facebook page as well. Chen, what do you say? You're here nice and early. Here's your chance to buy the property of your dreams for your daughter here today. Burwood Highway, ladies and gentlemen. I can start with a vendor bid. Much rather see somebody from the crowd here. We're quoting the property between $600,000 to $660,000 now. Here's your chance to bid and start and buy this property here today. One of the most affordable homes in the eastern suburbs on offer here today. 10 a.m. auction, ladies and gentlemen, probably one of the first auctions here today. Here's your chance to bid and buy. Some of you have been to multiple open for inspection, so I know there's interest out there. Opportunity like this, whether it's purchased on auction day or after auction, it'll be snapped up very quickly. So here's your chance to bid and buy. Best time to buy a property, ladies and gentlemen, is under auction circumstances on auction day. The vendors are here to sell, the buyers are here to buy. Here's your chance to buy, ladies and gentlemen, now. Unit 1, 259 Burwood Highway in Burwood East now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start things off. There's no bid from the crowd here. 600. Welcome to the bidding here, sir. At $600,000 now on the left-hand side. At $600,000 now. Luke, what do you say? Any bidders from online as well? I haven't forgotten about you as well. At $600,000. Nice increment here at 600 is the bid here on my left hand side. We can go up in increments of 20 if you want now. That's $600,000 now on my left hand side. That's $600,000 now. Chen, what do you say? Here's your chance to jump in. 620, may I say? 600 is the bid here. That's $600,000 now on my left hand side. That's 600 here on my left. That's
605.
605. Can we try 10, sir? Let's go. Let's meet halfway. I want a 20. Let's try 10.
5's the highest bid so far.
10? Can we take 10, sir? Well, I'd love to take your 5 now, but just not at this much.
15.
615, thank you, sir, at $615,000 now. And back in front here, 615, back against you, sir. What do you say now? At 615 here on my left-hand side. At $615,000 now on my left-hand side here. Gentleman's on the phone seeking instructions. At $615,000, which indicates to me that a bid is forthcoming here now. At $615,000 now. Good bidding here, folks. Two of you in it here now at $615,000. At $615,000 now, back against you, sir. Can I see another increment of 15 or 20? At $615,000 here on my left-hand side.
25.
625 now. 625. Take your 10.
27.
627. Can we go up in 10, sir? At
30.
630. I'll take your 30, but I won't go any lower than that. At $630,000 now. I'm back against you, sir. At $630,000 now. At $630,000 now. Back against you, sir. What are you saying now? At $630, jump in now. At $630,000 now. Two of you in it here. At $630,000 now. It's a tightly held contest here at $630,000 with a $5,000 increment here at $630,000 and back in front. That's $630,000 now, sir. What do you say? Let's go 640 or more.
640.
640, thank you, sir. Now at $640,000 now. And back against you, sir. What do you say? Standing next to the fence here at $640,000. At $640,000, someone round me up to $650, may I say now. At $640,000 now. Chipping away in increments of $10,000 at the moment at $640,000. At $640,000 now, ladies and gentlemen, what do you say? At $640 now, great bidding here. At
645.
645, thank you, sir. And back against you, gentlemen on the phone here, standing next to the fence at $645,000. Round us up to $650 or more, or go straight to $660. At $645,000 here, gentlemen on my left-hand side, $645, holding the bid here, holding the keys. At $645,000 now for Unit 1, 259, Burwood East. Burwood Highway in Burwood East now at $650 now, back in front at $650 and $650 back against you, sir. Are you sure you out at $650,000 now? At $650, got a little bit excited here. At $650,000 now. At $650,000 now, gentlemen here back in front. It looks like it could be the knockout bid here at $650,000. At $650,000 now. No late bids, no late offers now, ladies and gentlemen. Do I have to call it 3 times? So I'm sure, and everyone's sure in the crowd as well. That's $650,000 now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call it 3 times now. That's $650,000 now. Once, twice, third of all.
653.
653. Hand was raised in the back as well. 653. Ma'am, was that a bid here at 653? At 653 in the back here on my left-hand side, 653. Can I see a bid here from the back as well? At 653 now, holding the bid, holding the keys on my left-hand side at $653,000. Could be a third bidder here now, potentially at $653,000. At $653,000 now, back against you, Jim. What do you say now? At $653,000 now, going to call it 3 times now, so I'm sure and you're sure. At $653,000 now, first call now, second, third and final call at $653,000 now, gentlemen back in front who told me he was all done and dusted before at $653,000. Not sure if I can ever believe you again. At $653,000 now, back against you, sir. What do you say? At $653,000 now, ladies and gentlemen. Do I have your permission? At $653,000, you ready to miss out on this opportunity here at Unit 1, 259 Burwood Highway in Burwood East? At $653,000 here on my left-hand side at $653. What do you say now? Any bidders online, Luke, at $653,000? At $653,000 now, ladies and gentlemen. What do you say? 653. So you nearly had it at $653,000, only a $3,000 increment at the moment. Round us up to $660,000 and get you back in front here. And the opportunity to purchase Unit 1, 259 Burwood Highway and Burwood East at $653,000 now on my left-hand side. At $653 now, Luke, what do you say? Haven't heard anything from you today. At $653,000 now. Family of 4 over here in the back at $653,000 now. At $653,000 now, gentlemen's offer here on my left-hand side. 655 back in front here at 655. That's 57 straight back at you, sir. What are you saying now? 657. That's $657,000 now. Rounds up to 660 now, I say. That's $657,000 now. 657. That's $657,000 now. Luke, what do you say now at 657? That's $657,000 now. Let's get back in front. That's $657,000 now. Interest rate still at a record low now at 657. Lock in a fixed interest mortgage now. It's the perfect time to buy. That's $657,000 now on the left hand side. That's $657,000 now, gentlemen. It's back in front. That's $657,000 now. Going forward 3 times. First call now at $657,000. Second call now at 657. Third and final call now at $657,000. We're all done. All finished and silent here. That's 660. That's 660 back in front. That's $660,000 now. Flexing the auction muscles here.
661.
That's $661,000 now on my left hand side. And back against you, Luke. What do you say now at 661? That's $661,000 now back in front here. So what do you say, gentlemen? At 661, put in the knockout offer and you can secure the property of your dreams here today on Burwood Highway at $661,000 here on my left. That's $661,000 now. Luke, what do you say? That's $661,000. 62 back against you, sir. 663, 663. Got to get your bids out quicker. Don't hesitate, sir. That's how you purchase prime real estate in Melbourne. That's $663,000 here on my left-hand side, and goes straight to 666. May I say? That's $663,000 here on my left hand. 64 back against you, sir. Now at 664. That's $664,000 now. 65. So what do you say now? Let's try 70. That's $665,000. The ones don't seem to be working. Switch up your strategy now at $665,000. That's $665,000 now on my left-hand side. That's 665 now at 665. That's $665,000 now on my left-hand. 66. We're on the market and selling. You heard it from the gentleman here. Heard it from Chen first at $666,000. 68 now, 68. We're playing for keeps now, ladies and gentlemen. The property will be sold. There's no doubts about that here today. That's $668,000. So we're on the market and selling. That's $668,000 now, gentlemen's offer here on my left-hand side. Any bidders here? Now's the time to jump in or forever miss out on this opportunity here today. That's $668,000 now, gentlemen's offer on my left-hand side. That's $668,000 now. Gonna call 3 times and sell. That's secured it in the bag here at $670,000. Get ready to miss out now. Under bidders here at $670,000 here. Front and center at $670. That's $670,000 now. Gonna call it 3 times and sell here now, ladies and gentlemen. First call now, $670,000. Second call now, that's $670. For the third and final call now, that's $670,000 in the nick of time here at $671, making the auctioneer work for it here today at $671,000. That's $671,000 now, and the auctioneer thanks you, and back against you, sir, now at $671. That's $671,000 now, still great value here, ladies and gentlemen. Settlement terms flexible between 30 and 60. That's $671,000 now. Man in the back, new interest in the back here. 72 now, back in front at 672. At $672,000 now, man, jump back in. At $672,000 now. At $672. For those of you that have just joined us, we started the bidding here at $600,000. There's been 4 bidders here today at $672,000. We've been on the market since $666,000, and now at $672,000. That's $672,000 now. For those of you that are watching online, here's your chance to watch and bid here now, back against you at $672. That's $672. Look, what are you saying now? Don't wait for the final call to bid, because I can knock it down and miss the bid here today. That's $672,000. That's happened before. I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity here today at Burwood Highway at $672,000. That's $672,000 now. I'm going to call 3 times. That's $672,000 now. First call for the third and final call now. That's $672,000. No late bids.
One more.
One more here at $673,000 now at $673. You can see everyone's stretching the limits now. The $1,000 bids are coming out at $673. At $673,000 now. Highly competitive auction, which only means one thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is prime real estate here behind us. 74 now at 674. At 674 now. Back against you, gentlemen, at 674. At $674,000 now. You're not going to remember the extra $5,000, $10,000 that you paid here today. At 675. Now 675, 6 and 3/4. We got there in the end. At $675,000 now. Back against you, sir. At $675,000 now. Holding the bid, man. Can't walk away. At $675,000 now. Speaking to a mum in the back. At $675,000 now. Back against you, sir. At $675,000. Round us up to $680. As I said before, if you're holding this property for the next 10, 20 years, you're really going to remember the extra $5,000, $10,000 you paid on auction day. Think about it, inflation will eat away at that $10,000 increment anyway. That's $675,000 now. In the next 10 years, we're going to be talking, the property will probably double at $675,000. You're not talking about 675, you're probably looking at $1 million plus. That's $675,000 now. Man in the back holding the bid at $675,000. Always going to pay 76 now, 676. That's 676 back against you, under bidders in the back. That's $676,000. That's $676,000. You're always going to pay a little bit extra to secure the property that you like in the current market. There's always a premium, ladies and gentlemen, to get into the market. That's $676,000. But if you're ever worried, don't worry. Me and Jim here can always help you sell your property as well for a premium price as well. That's $676,000 now. Holding the bid here in the front at $676. That's $676,000 now. Back
$677.
$677,000. I can't even look at you anymore. That's $677,000 here on my left-hand side. That's $677,000. Luke, what do you say? And back against you here as well at $677. That's $677,000 now. $677. $770 here. Here. It was the bid in front here. Came back from before at $677,000. You're going to have to go 78 if you want to secure the property. You'll go 80 at $677,000 now on my left-hand side. That's $677,000 now. What do you say? That's $677,000 now. 677 on my left. Ma'am, what do you say? At 677 now. Let's go 680 at $677,000 now on my left. 677. What do you say, Chen? You've been to the property, this is your third time here today. Here's your chance to bid and buy. Hopefully still within your budget at $677,000 now. At $677,000, Luke. Need some instructions here now. At $677,000, late stages of the auction here. At $677,000 now. The auctioneer is running out of saliva as well. At $677,000 now. Gonna cost 3 times. First call now, 500. Can we go up in ones? Let's go up in ones. Can't go in 500s now. At $677,000 to set a bad precedent here today. 78 now. $678,000. We got there anyway. 678.
That's good.
Are you sure? 678. 600. Maybe I'll see you at 690. At $678,000. At 678 in the back here. At 678 back against you, sir. At $678,000 now. 680. Increments of 1. Only 2 of you left now. You've knocked out one of the competitors here in the front. That's $678,000. That's $678 now, holding the bid in the back, standing next to Luke. That's $678,000. Online bidders have been pretty quiet here today as well, Luke. Any bidders bidding from online at $678,000 now? 79 at 679 at 679. I thought it might have been 80 at $679,000 now. Back against you, 679, Luke. What do you say, Luke? At 679 now. 679 here on my left. Back against you. at $679. 80 now, 80 back in front. At $680,000. Someone throw me a knockout bid and secure the property of your dreams here today. At $680,000 in the back here. At $680. At $680,000 now. Pam, what do you say? You also been to multiple open for inspections. Here's your chance to buy. At $680,000 now, back in front here. At $680. At $680,000, sir, what do you say? At $680. At $680,000. At $680,000. Hate for you to miss out now. Sorry. 81, 681. Should have known what the bid was. At 681. At $681,000 now. Back against you in the back. 681 now. 681. At 681, Luke, you're gonna have to seek instructions there. At $681,000, ma'am. What do you say? Don't run away. Here's your chance to bid and buy at $681,000. The $1,000 increment might have scared off the buy here today at $681,000 here on my left-hand side at $681,000. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Another $1,000 bid. Not asking for much here at $681. Everyone can do it here at $681,000. Where you're going to find another property in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne for this price, in this location, close to everything that you need. Burwood One Shopping Centre, 24-hour Kmart, 24-hour Coles, all open for you and your shopping needs at $681,000, and some of the best restaurants in Melbourne down Burwood Highway as well. Deakin, PLC, best schools, Burwood East Primary School, your sportful choice in terms of schooling, government, independent, whatever it is, Catholic, public, secondary, primary, tertiary, it's all in this location, ladies and gentlemen, at $681,000 now on my left-hand side. Only one buyer, it looks like there might be only one buyer left on my left-hand side here at $681,000 now. At $681,000 now, going to call it 3 times so I'm sure and you're sure. At $681,000 now. First call now at $681,000. Second call now at $681,000. For the third and final call now at $681,000. No late bids, no late offers here. You have your permission to sell. You ready to miss out on this opportunity? Back onto the marketplace. Going to more open for inspections. When the price of fuel is going up, you really want to be driving around.
That's low.
You want to be driving around in, you know, it's $2 today, could be $3 tomorrow. That's $681,000 now on my left-hand side. That's $681,000. You want to miss out on more auctions, more heartbreak at auctions. It's so close now, ladies and gentlemen. That's $681,000. All done, all dusted here. I'm going to knock call 3 times and sell away here to the gentleman on the left-hand side. That's $681,000 now. I'm going to call 3 times now. First call now is $681. Second call now is $681,000. For the third and final call now, that's $681,000. No late bids, no late offers here now. Ladies and gentlemen, just to recap what's transpired here today, we started the bidding here at $600,000 and we're now at $681,000 with gentlemen here on the left-hand side holding the bid. Get ready to celebrate, sir. Get ready to miss out here on the bidders. We're at $681,000 now. Going to call it 3 times now. First, second, third and final call now. That's $681,000 on behalf of the team at Buxton Real Estate. Jim and I have been the listing agents for this property and we look forward to talking to you after the auction. We're at $681,000. This property is selling. This property is selling. This property is sold. Congratulations. Commiserations to the underbidders. Thank you for attending another Buxton auction and I hope you enjoy your long weekend.